Hi guys, tonight we're going to be making barbecued spare ribs with mashed potatoes and green beans, and I'm going to show you how to do the first part in the pressure cooker. I'm pretty sure the part after, when it comes to throwing them on the grill or in the oven, you can figure that part out. But today we're going to be using green onions, we're going to have real mashed potatoes, we're going to have, after on the grill, Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce with honey smokehouse. There's the green beans. Here's our ribs. And then the ingredients that we're going to put in today are very simple. We're going to be putting Arbor Mist, 3-buck chuck basically. It's the blackberry merlot. And then my family's secret sauce, which I won't tell you how much, but there's onion, there's garlic, and there's green pepper in it. But I'm going to start out with doing my potatoes because I want to get those cut. They don't have to be perfect, they just have to be smaller chunks so that they boil fast. We're going to throw those right in the pot. Obviously you want to wash them first, which I already have. And we're going to be doing garlic mashed potatoes with green beans and the ribs. So let me finish getting these done. There's only a couple more. I know Gordon Ramsay'd be jumping all over me right now for the way I'm cutting these, but you know, he's my favorite chef, but I go with what I'm comfortable with at the moment for the way I cut. And to a point, it's still the same. It's just quicker for me to do it and move my hand out of the way. So now we got our potatoes in here. Let's get them in the... Get some water running real quick while I'm getting the onion bag open. And those are going to be sitting on the stove while we do the rest. I'm not going to do them right yet because everything about cooking is timing. So for right now, we're going to start with 4 green onions. I'm going to put the rest aside. And what you want to do, I've already rinsed. No, I haven't. I lied. But I'm not the kind of person that whines about a little bit of dust on an onion. We used to, when I was growing up, just go out in the garden with a salt shaker of salt, and we used to just pull them right up out of the onion field and eat them right there like that. The other thing we used to do is we would sit there and pull the tomatoes right off the vine. That's what the salt shaker was for. So you can rinse these if you want to. I'm not going to, but I am going to cut quite a bit of the green part up because we want that to go into our ribs. And get these big chunks out of the way. Now, one of my next videos in the next couple days is going to be how to make homemade spaghetti sauce. And unfortunately, due to the season, I'm going to be using some canned ingredients, but it's not really that different. We're going to take our green onions and just throw them right in here. We're going to put this thing, which if you saw my other video, you saw how to put this on brown and sear. Let me get some oil here. A little bit of olive oil in the bottom. Let's throw that secret sauce in there. Okay. I'm going to throw the garlic powder in. Decent amount. And we're going to take and put a little bit of ground sea salt. Just a little bit, because you're going to put some more on top of the ribs. A little bit of ground pepper. This is for the onion. Then we're going to take and put our blackberry merlot in. That ought to leave me enough for another time here. Now see, I know you can buy cooking wines and cooking sherry and stuff, but you can't get as good a selection of flavors as you can in the regular drink it yourself. I don't even know what you'd call it, because I don't drink wine. It makes me sick, but I love cooking with it. Anyway, while we're waiting for this to heat up, I'm going to tell you that this new channel is going to be uploading videos at least 4 times a week. I'm going to try to do 7 times a week. The plan for this week is the barbecued ribs tonight, and I'm going to be doing the homemade spaghetti sauce, and then I'm also going to do a rump roast. I also have pork brisket that I can do, and then one second, I gotta look. I forgot what I bought. That's terrible. Chicken stir fry, and I also have for kung pao chicken. I've been dying to try one of these. Walmart just got these. They are the little kits that come with all the seasonings and sauce for your favorite items. They have Mexican, they have Asian, they have American. There's several different types. So we're going to be trying our hands at kung pao chicken this week as well. I have tons of seasonings, so again, I forget the wooden spoon. I don't know what it is with you guys, but you keep making me forget my wooden spoons or spatulas, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to let this cook down, because the family seasoning sauce is a little bit frozen, because I make it in bulk and then freeze it so that I can have it pre-measured for pretty much any instance. Oh, another thing I'm going to try to do this week as well is enchiladas with flour tortillas. Sorry guys, I don't like corn tortillas. They're too hard to work with. But if you want to use corn tortillas, you can. It's really simple to make. The main thing is how you do your chicken. If you want to do mushrooms, you can do mushrooms. I'm going to be using my mushrooms for my spaghetti sauce. But in all reality, I pretty much try to buy my ingredients according to what I'm going to be making for the week. Now, I'm also going to be preparing a course that will be for sale with secrets from restaurants that you can bring home that will allow you to be able to save time during the week when it comes to cooking your meals. I would say probably at least 75% of the time you spend each day will be wasted in doing what I'm going to show you how not to do. So if you're interested in these, leave me a comment down below. I will try to give you a timeline of how long it's going to be before I post them and where you can get them. As you can see, my onions and my wine and my garlic powder and stuff are all simmering. So it's time to open our ribs. Now, I suck at this part. I never started doing ribs until recently, so I always have a heck of a time finding that tab on the back. But that's all right. I found that if you just don't worry about it, the pressure cooker allows you to pull it off later. And again, I don't see a tab, but I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hands real quick so I can get hold of this properly. Because I got 3 people eating this tonight, me and my 2 roommates. So I'm going to try to cut these evenly. Like I said, the tab for the thing disappears in the pressure cooker from what I figured out on the last one. Now, you always want to have a really sharp knife when you're doing anything to do with cooking. As you can tell, I have a restaurant chef's knife. I used to cook in restaurants. 25 years of experience from McDonald's when I was 15. I went through every fast food there was. Then I started getting into International House of Pancakes, Shoney's, and several other restaurant chains. So I've got a lot of experience. Plus, we need to include, I've been cooking since I was 6 years old. So we're going to add our cut green beans. Then we're going to add our ribs. And I'm going to add those last ones after I do my seasonings. Let me rinse my hands so they don't slip on my seasonings. Alright, garlic powder. And remember, I'm just going over the top of these because I already have some in the bottom. I'm going to leave that top off because I got to do it again. Ground pepper. Make sure you get an even layer across the top. I have mine set to finely ground for this. Ground sea salt, same thing. Now, depending on how many you're doing is how much you want to try to put in there. I'm not a huge salt fan. Everybody in my family knows this, but proportionately, I try to do everything according to how many people are eating and flavor. Depends on what the item is. Now the last one, because it's going on top, is going to get seasoning on top and bottom. Because it's going to go in there with the other thing. Then we just take it and lay it right on the top. Now with a pressure cooker, if you watched my other video, I mentioned that you're supposed to put 1.5 cups of water in there. And I didn't do it because I was making soups. And this time I'm not, so I'm adding my water to the pressure cooker, which is going to allow it to build pressure as well as steam our ribs. Now the barbecue sauce is going to be the last thing I'm going to put on, which you know how to do, so I'm not going to be showing that part of the video because it's dark outside and we're going to be doing this on the grill. So next time I go to do ribs, I will do them a different way, and I'll try to do them on a day off when I'm able to do them on the grill in front of the camera. But for now, I'm going to let you go here, and then I'm going to pop up later when it's done so that you can see what it looks like as the finished product. These are going to fall off the bone. Now, before I go, just to remind people of how to operate this, I'm turning my weight, my indicator. I washed my gasket and then rinsed it in cold water to shrink it up. Now I'm going to hit stop here, and I'm going to go to my meat and steak setting, which is number 5. And I'm going to hit time cook, and it says 30 minutes. That's fine, so we're going to hit start. Alright, and I will see you when it's done. Okay guys, the picture quality is not going to be quite as good for color because I already put the lights away, but I totally forgot that I could show you at least this part. So we're going to barbecue these ribs up. The next step is they go on the grill.
Are you filming all this?
Just this part.
Oh yeah, that's great. Sorry.
That's alright.
Shouldn't be. You can edit all that out.
No, but that's alright. Nobody's going to care. Are you kidding? This is the best part. Slathering all that barbecue sauce all over it. Trust me, they're not paying attention to you or me. They're watching that going mouth water. I would be.
Yeah. Oh, that looks fantastic.
Oh yeah. And they're falling off the bones already.
Yeah.
So you gotta be real careful putting these suckers on the grill. Alright guys, there's your finishing video. Look, I'm gonna show you just how good they look.
All right, you want to put them on the grill, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the grill. Let me hit the stop button here. And now we're doing the mashed potatoes, which is got garlic powder and salt, sea salt in it at the moment. And we're doing this the old-fashioned way, leaving the peels on, using milk and butter. Now, I was never taught to do this. My mom was a good cook. I just figured out what she had done. And this is a combination of her cooking style, my cooking style, and the restaurant. So we got our butter in there. Let the mashed potatoes heat that up while I mash around it. And like I said in the video I had to take down, when you cook, the one thing that people tend to forget is a real cook's really cooking by sight, smell, and taste to begin with. There are times to where you need to measure, but in all reality, when it comes to cooking with stuff for dinner, for the most part, it's sight, smell, and taste. And know what you like to eat. Now, if you work in a restaurant, you can't go by what you like. You have to also go by what the customer likes. So if you're the kind of person that does not like liver and onions, and you work in a place that serves liver and onions, obviously you need to learn how to cook liver and onions. I worked for a place, in 1997, and when they started me, I was just a relief cook for 2 days a week on the second shift and 2 days a week on the third shift. And I saw the first time I had to work the second shift, obviously the cook on that shift did not know how to cook liver and onions. The customer had ordered it. He put it on the grill, threw a steamer lid over it, and left it there. Now, liver is not cooked that way. Probably about 8 minutes later, he comes back and he flips that liver over, and I'm watching this going, oh my God, that's disgusting. And I don't see how anybody ate there, to be honest with you, having people like that cooking. You can't have somebody who doesn't like certain food cooking that food. As far as I'm concerned, that guy should not have been a cook. He should have been a prep cook. If you don't like it, then you shouldn't be doing it. And that's absolutely the fair part. Now, because I'm at home, yes, I stuck my finger in there. But I stuck my finger in there for a reason. I'm using a stainless steel pot, and I want the correct taste. And I don't have the couth at home to use a spoon for every little thing. Obviously, I'm not going to stick my finger in there again, but this is where the smell comes in. Those smell perfect. They are garlic mashed potatoes with the skins left in. Unfortunately, I do not have any gravy to go with them. But garlic mashed potatoes, in my experience, are the best thing by themselves anyway. So this is the end of the video. When I get done eating dinner, I will go in and edit this stuff, and I will see you guys with the next item that I'm going to cook. Hopefully that will be tomorrow. If it is not, it will be definitely the next day. Well, not maybe. Valentine's Day is very busy, and that is part of the reason I'm having issues with getting some of this stuff done. I have to be there an hour early tomorrow, and I probably won't get off till an hour or two late. And with Tuesday, day after tomorrow, being Valentine's Day, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping that I'll get off early because it's already Valentine's Day. I doubt it. But if I at all can, I will cook something, and I will talk you through it. And with this new camera, it is so much better. And the reason I'm filming without the lights right now is so you can see the difference the lighting makes. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. Please subscribe. I will see you next time. This is JT DragonFlash with Cooking with JT DragonFlash. Good night.